Hello friends, last time we have started transition and inner transition elements, in which we have completed transition elements and then we have started inner transition elements. In inner transition elements we have completed lanthanoids, that is first inner transition series. Now we are going to start actinoids. Actinoid is a second inner transition series. It begins at thorium having atomic number 72 and ends at lawrencium having atomic number 103. All these elements are radioactive and man-made elements. The half-life of the isotopes of thorium and uranium are so long that these elements exist in rocks on Earth. Actinoids are less reactive than lanthanoids. When these actinoids react with hot water gives hydroxide and hydrogen gases. They exhibit a wide range of oxidation number in their compounds, which varies from +2 to +8. All three sets of orbitals, that is 6d, 5f and 7s, have similar energies. So electrons occupy either 6d or 5f orbitals. In actinoid series, the 5f orbitals appreciably lower in energy. Thus, Pu, that is plutonium, and onwards 5f shell gets filled in a regular way. Now, position in periodic table. These actinoids are placed in group 3 and 7th period of the periodic table. The electronic configuration of actinoid is Rn 5f0 to 14, 6d0 to 2, 7s2, where Rn is the electronic configuration of radon. The most stable and common oxidation state in actinoid is +3. Uranium, having symbol U and atomic number 92, has electronic configuration of Rn 5f3, 6d1, 7s2. The formation of +6 oxidation state in uranium corresponds to the electronic configuration of Rn, that is radon. A ready loss of 5f electron by early actinoids indicates that these electrons are much closer in energy to 7s and 6d electrons. That is, the energies of 6d, 5f and 7s orbits are nearly very similar. 5f and 6d orbitals expand as they are partially shielded from the nuclear attraction by 7s electron. The ionic radii decreases as we move across the series from actinoids to lawrencium, which is known as actinoid contraction. This is similar to that of lanthanoid contraction, which we have seen in lanthanoids. This attributed to poor shielding offered by f electrons. Now we are going to see electronic configuration and then their ionic radii in +3 oxidation state. In this chart, atomic radii, ionic radii and electronic configuration of actinoid is given. In atomic radii and ionic radii, we can see that the ionic and atomic radii goes on decreasing from actinium to lawrencium as the atomic number goes on increasing. This is due to increase in nuclear charge from actinium to lawrencium. The electronic configuration of actinium is Rn 5f0, 6d1, 7s2. Then in case of americium and curium, first we take example of americium having atomic number 95. The electronic configuration is Rn 5f7, 6d0, 7s2. Then curium having atomic number 96. The electronic configuration is Rn 5f7, 6d1, 7s2. In americium and curium, 5f orbit is half filled, therefore it is most stable. Then in case of nobelium and lawrencium, in nobelium having atomic number 102, the electronic configuration is Rn5f14607s2. And in case of lawrencium having atomic number 103, the electronic configuration is Rn5f14617s2. In both nobelium and lawrencium, the 5f orbit is completely filled, which is most stable according to the stability rule. In +3 oxidation state, the half-filled curium, that is half-filled 5f orbit of curium, and then lawrencium having completely 5f14 orbit, which is completely filled 5f orbit, which is most stable in +3 oxidation state. Now we are going to see applications of actinoids. Thorium 4, that is thorium in +4 oxidation state with oxide, that is THO2, thorium oxide with 1% CeO2, was used as a major source of indoor lighting before incandescent lamp came into existence, only because these oxides convert heat energy from burning natural gas to intense light. Even today there is a great demand of these lights for outdoor camping. Now we are going to see similarities and difference between lanthanoids and actinoids. First we are going to see similarities. Both the series, that is lanthanoid and actinoid, shows +3 oxidation state as a common oxidation state. In both lanthanoids and actinoids, the valence electron enters in f orbital. Now ionic radii of this element decreases with increase in atomic number. The electronegativity of all the elements in both lanthanoid and actinide series is low and are said to be highly reactive. The nitrates, perchlorates and sulfates of all these elements are soluble, while the hydroxide, fluorides and carbonates are insoluble. Now we are going to see difference between lanthanoids and actinoids. This is important point. First we are going to see oxidation state. Lanthanoids shows +4 and +2 oxidation state with +3 as a common oxidation state. Actinoids with +3 oxidation state shows variable oxidation state, that is +4, +5, +6 and +7. Then second point, formation of complex. Lanthanoids do not form complex easily, while actinoids have greater tendency to form complexes with ligands such as thioethers. Then third point, radioactivity. All lanthanoids are non-radioactive except promethium, but in case of actinoids, all actinoids are radioactive in nature. Next, formation of oxocations. Lanthanoids cannot form oxocations, but actinoids can form oxocations such as UO+, PuO+, and PO2+. Color. Last point is color. Most of the lanthanoids are colorless in nature, whereas actinoids are color ion. Now we are going to see the comparison between pre-transition lanthanoids and transition metals. Pre-transition metals are nothing but S-block element, that is group first and group second metals. Lanthanoids and transition metals. Now first we are going to see pre-transition metals, in which first point we are going to see oxidation state. All these S and S block elements are monovalent or divalent. In case of group first they are monovalent, and in case of group second they are divalent, that is they show +1 and +2 oxidation state. In case of lanthanoids, They show plus 3 as a common oxidation state along with plus 2 and plus 4 oxidation state. Now transition metals. This transition metal shows variable oxidation state, that is from plus 2 to plus 8 oxidation state. Second point, periodic trends. In case of pre-transition metals, periodic trends dominated by effective nuclear charge at noble gas configuration. In case of lanthanoids, lanthanoid contraction of Ln3 plus ion changes the periodic trends. In case of transition metal, periodic trends depends upon site changes of Mn plus ion. Then third point, pre-transition metal shows similar properties for a given group. In case of lanthanoids, these elements show similar properties in their period. And in case of transition metal, substantial changes in properties are shown. Now in case of hardness, pre-transition metals are always hard. In case of lanthanoids, they are also hard metals. In case of transition metals, these are heavier metals. Now we are going to see next point, ligand field. Pre-transition metals do not show ligand field effect. Lanthanoid shows insignificant ligand field effects, but transition metals show substantial ligand field effects. Now next point, coordination properties. Pre-transition metal shows poor coordination properties, but lanthanoid shows higher coordination number and forms coordination compound. Transition metals also forms coordination compound having coordination number 6, which is typically maximum. Now next point is geometry. Pre-transition metals shows flexibility in geometry. Lanthanoids shows flexibility in geometry, but transition metals shows fixed geometries due to ligand field effect. Now magnetism. Pre-transition metals are non-magnetic. Lanthanoid shows magnetism, that is paramagnetism or diamagnetism or ferromagnetism. Similarly, transition metals also show magnetism, that is paramagnetism, diamagnetism or ferromagnetism. Now we are going to see next point, post-actinoids or transuranic elements. The elements with atomic number greater than 92 are called as transuranium or transuranic elements, or these are post-actinoids. Elements from atomic number 93 to 103 now are included in actinoid series, and those from 104 to 118 are called as post-actinoid elements. The post-actinoid elements are transition metals. They are included as post-actinoids because similar to actinoid elements, they can be synthesized in the nuclear reactions. So far, 9 post-actinoid elements have been synthesized. Here we have completed our topic transition and inner transition elements. Now we are going to see homework. Question number first, write difference between lanthanoids and actinoids. Question number 2, the atomic number of an element is 90. Is this element is diamagnetic or paramagnetic? Question number 3, what are transuranic elements? Question number 4, write general electronic configuration of actinoids. Question number 5, give position of actinoids in the periodic table. Up to this, we have completed our first topic from our syllabus. Thank you.